Hey everyone, it's Barbara Teckle here. I thought we would turn to the animals this week for a message. As you all know, I adore the wisdom of animals. I've learned so much from animals in my life. And I love everything about animals, their wisdom, their gentle spirit. So I thought we would turn to the animals this week and ask the question, what do we need to know this week for our highest good? And the deck that I'm working with is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. I just adore this deck. So what do we need to know this week for our highest good? So we have Vulture Spirit, and nothing is wasted. So isn't that interesting when we think about all aspects of life, whether we're having an easy time of life or we're feeling challenged this week? It's all part of the human experience, right? So the vulture spirit is reminding us that within that there is nothing wasted. So sometimes we may find ourselves, especially when we're facing a challenging situation, that we can get caught up in thinking, we thought, we had this plan and that's how it should go. And we think we have a certain way of visualizing how things should turn out. And then our plans get interrupted and we feel like it's a waste of time having to take this detour. And we feel that perhaps we're behind. And vultures are sometimes referred to as the cleanup crew. And so we can do the same with our projections of when life takes a detour. And we find ourselves perhaps getting caught up in victim mode thinking. I certainly raise my hand, my guilty hand of finding myself doing that at times too. So Vulture is asking us to clean up what we sometimes call that stinking thinking, right? And that place where we go when life doesn't go as we thought perhaps it should. But really to remember what Vulture Spirit is saying is that nothing is ever wasted, because within every plan that we think goes awry, there's a lesson or there's something new that we are being called to learn. So, or maybe there's a way in which we can improve how we learn to flow through life's obstacles during those times. So part of the experience really, on planet Earth, being part of this life is working through the difficult and the negative situations of life. And when we do, the experience of that situation that maybe wasn't planned really wasn't wasted if we just stay open to what we can learn about ourselves so that we can grow and evolve, because that is why we're here. So when I look at the Vulture Spirit also, it is card number 63. And in numerology, you would add 6 plus 3, which equals 9. And 9 actually symbolizes an ending to something, but also a beginning. So in terms of the message from Vulture Spirit, it's really when we clean up our own lane in any given situation that we're being called to do, and we leave nothing to waste, we then have a clean and a fresh slate to begin again. And usually from a much better perspective, right? So for the next card, we're going to ask, what is the next right action to stay in alignment with our highest good this week? And we have Dove Spirit. And Dove Spirit is about be peace. So when we think about staying in alignment with the message from Vulture Spirit, and the message that nothing is wasted, and remembering that perhaps there is something for us to clean up within ourselves, what's really important and something that I have to continually remind myself of is to practice peace toward myself. So practice peace towards ourselves, because we are human after all, right? Or rather, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So Dove Spirit is asking us to find moments of stillness, even in the midst of what we think we may need to change about ourselves or a situation that is, challenging us. And maybe it's meditation for you, or maybe it's a walk in nature, or watching the birds outside your window. Maybe it's listening to soothing music, or whatever it is that you find that helps you to connect to your heart and to help you to relax and help bring you back into alignment with serenity, to be at peace. Because the more we can accept, all the different facets of life and all the different parts of who we are, even during those times where we may be called to be ourselves in a situation or to change something about ourselves, it's really so important to remember to have compassion toward ourselves. And that helps us in the detours of life. And when we practice more compassion for ourselves, we then have more compassion for others as well, because we understand and we have empathy, right? So I hope this message was helpful for you this week. Vulture spirit and dove spirit. Don't you just love the two amazing differences? I mean, how we perceive things, we would perceive vulture as ugly, right? And dove as beautiful. But that is our life. We have the good and the bad, the beautiful and the ugly, right? And it's all good. It's all good. It all teaches us something. So wishing you all a very beautiful week. And if this resonated for you, I'd love to hear. Just leave a comment in the section below. That would be great. All right. Have a great week, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.